like RPGMaker games. To me, they're cute little experiences that offer a nice enough game to play for a short period of time. Based on all the RPGMaker games I played, which is like 3.5, all of them were pretty short, and I was in the mood to play one of these games. I even put out a poll and everything, and the winner was Anne. So I will talk about Anne. Let's get started with no full screen gaming. I mean, okay, it's not like it not being full screen like at all is detracting from the experience, because it's built around the resolution and it plays pretty well in that regard. But I don't know, it's kind of strange because I did not expect it to not be full screen. You play as Anne, an introvert who ends up sleeping at school and gets trapped in an alternate dimension of the same building because the school is haunted by a spirit who was left to die in a locker because the principal of the school liked helping girls with their grades.
He's pulling his cock!
Honestly, that's fine and dandy, but as soon as you start getting into the game, its core problems start blinding you. I'm not one to complain about controls of all things, but my character loves sliding around and it overall makes me feel like I don't have agency over the controls. It gets even more egregious during the numerous chase sequences with their finicky mechanics. I have died way too many times while playing this game to the point I feel like that game journalists who play Cuphead. Here's how this game functions. They're putting you in one location, you explore that location, which is not big, I might add, it's a very small one. Do a puzzle if there is a puzzle, or just find key items to allow you to progress, and then chase sequence. Chapter 2 is a full-on chase sequence that's shit from ass. Chapter 1 is probably not a chase sequence, but it does feel like you're playing a bullet hell game with all the pianos you have to dodge. It's also not very fun to do that. Many blind spots, if I do have to say so myself. And just pianos that come out of nowhere, it feels like, just to get a cheap death. The chase sequence against Hana, the ghost of the school, is frustratingly bad. It just feels like every single thing about this game in one segment. Like every bad thing about this game, right here, you have everything here laid out on a silver platter. I think the only confrontation against the entities of the school that I liked was the one against Charles Worth, and it's just you paying attention to the movement of roaming enemies. But even then, the controls made me groan at this part, especially bad when you are almost done and you die because you have to do it all over again unless you save scum, and that applies to everything else. I don't get why the game is designed like the way it is. You get boring stuff, lame puzzles, not just lame puzzles, sometimes you get brain dead puzzles, and infuriating chase sequences. You know, this shit reminds me of a certain game. Oh, god damn it. Also, side note, why is Charles' theme song such a banger? It kind of gave me tonal whiplash because up until this point, the music was full of ambience and spooky sounds and, you know, stuff like that. But suddenly, I feel like I'm at a rave party. The only redeeming quality about the gameplay in this game is during one small portion of the game, you play as the security guard that is like your party member basically, because this game has light RPG elements. His gimmick is that he can basically kill enemies, so yeah, it was kind of fun to kill enemies, and you're expected to kill everyone in this segment, which is lovely in my opinion. The puzzles also range from brain dead shit that I think even a baby can comprehend to what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, no, genuinely, what does the puzzle from the sculpting department, you know, talking about body parts even mean? I have to put a code, and I think based on the order of said body parts that are on the note, that's how I should input the code. I got that. I just did not see any body parts whatsoever in this entire section. At least there wasn't anything that struck me as a body part, unless I'm fucking blind and in glasses like the old man that I am. So the gameplay is pretty bad. Surely everything else is good, right? Well, from a narrative standpoint, I don't get why they made Anne a silent protagonist when she clearly speaks. She is capable of speaking. She has an inner monologue. She can talk to people through multiple choice options. For everything else, apparently she does talk. But when it's, you know, normal dialogue, we get nothing. Actually nothing. And I don't get this decision. And honestly, after all the bad gameplay had to suffer, the gall of them asking me to care about anything through these flashbacks is kind of hilarious. Like, okay, it's a shame that she was basically neglected by her parents, but then the other one showcases that she is dumb as fuck and can't do basic calculus or something. I don't know, man. What's the point of that scene? I don't get it. Am I missing something? I like Security Boy. He just read the definition of his name somewhere and decided that's his entire personality. That's kind of funny. He's also not a real person, instead a creature like everything else. Honestly, he was an okay character. But I feel like the protagonists, aka Anne and Security, are the shallowest characters in this game, especially true when you notice that Hana and Principal are more realized characters in my opinion. Basically, the Principal was probably fucking teenagers so they can get whatever they want. Hana witnessed her friend potentially getting railed in a car and then got strangulated accidentally, according to this guy, and then rotted away in a locker, and then cursed the school to be the way it is, and that's during the info dump part of this game. They do show you how everyone else became a resident of the school during, the info dump of the game. Mira Hess got drugged by her jealous colleague, and then everything else happened. Charles Worth was just too excited to wear some clothes. Man, that combo is hideous, man. I'm just saying. Then he balded. Oh yeah, there's also a statue that got smithed because of riggedness, and the creator is probably not okay mentally. You're not a success! You're a failure! This game has multiple endings. One ending is you dying, which will happen numerous times by the way. The other is you simply escaping with not much fanfare. The other is you being trapped in the school for forever. Then the security man straight up dies in one ending, and finally the true ending is everyone escaped and the security man is all fine and dandy and Hana can now rest in peace. The end. Also, the principal's probably straight up dead at this point. Cute ending and everything, but one thing I don't get is why did these characters, as soon as they escape the cursed school, they don't remember anything that happened inside. I don't know, it just seems like a pointless small thing that has no business being in. It's a plot point that's even more useless the second they're like, oh yeah, that selfie you took with the security guy, we recovered that file, don't worry bro. And then she remembers everything that happened before, but like, I don't see the point in ever doing it like this, but what do I know? And that's everything. Anne is a very mediocre game to play that features a nice enough story that you could probably enjoy if you watch a playthrough than playing through this game. It's a confusing and frustrating mess that is very short at the same time. My first playthrough of this game took me 2.6 hours to do. This second playthrough that I did for this video took me exactly the same amount of time as my first playthrough. 2.6 hours. I literally doubled my playtime hours. How is that possible? Well, from what I have seen, people do like this game, so maybe all of this is just a skill issue. Or maybe everyone else is wrong and I'm right. Either way, I still win because my friend was in shambles when Catgirl didn't win the poll. This is also a good moment to say that I was planning on covering both of these games and that this poll was to determine which games I do first. Well, either way, Anne is a mediocre game to say the least, which is a shame because there is some effort put into this. I mean, this game has anime cutscenes which look really good for a small project like this. I'm just not enamored with the gameplay mainly. I think the gameplay is the biggest problem this game has, otherwise I would have thought the game would be a decent enough RPGMaker game. Alas, here we are. Anyways, next video I'm playing Catgirl. My friend liked that game, so I'll see if he's a cool guy or a chud. Well, how bad can this be? Or more importantly, based on that description, how crazy can this be? Only one way to find out. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.